Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Kevin Tarr. I'm an iOS engineer, and today is day 13 of Algorithms in Swift. Can you believe we made it this far? So yesterday's problem was pretty interesting. It was pretty intriguing. Today's problem was also intriguing. I want to throw you guys a little doozy. Um, the problem is going to involve key value pairs and dictionaries. Key value pairs. So we're going to be identifying the value that we have, and pair it with its first letter. So obviously the value is going to be a string. Okay. This one's going to be pretty interesting, I think, because I've come up with a one-line solution. I'd be interested to hear what you guys come up with this problem. But this is one of those mirage problems, so it looks much harder than what it is. But we're going to knock it out in one line of code. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, let's get cracking. So our problem states, given an array of string type, return a dictionary that has the array's string elements as values and pairs the values with its first letter as its key without using a for loop. The key must be of character type and the value must be a string type. All strings in the array will have unique first letters, so there will be no duplicates. So you see here, an array of Adam, Bob, and Carl returns A for Adam, B for Bob, C for Carl. You have an array of some very, very famous, well-known characters of a very popular show right now that I'm not going to name, Game of Thrones. And it returns a dictionary of key and value pairs of the characters. Okay, and then you have an array of a bunch of names. I believe these names all represent 26 letters of the alphabet, and they return their respectable key value pairs. Okay. So again, people, this problem is one of those mirage problems. It appears more challenging, more intimidating, harder, daunting, and any synonym you want to use for scary. Okay, scarier than it actually is. It is quite straightforward, and we can solve this problem in one line of code. I'm going to show you guys how. Okay, just one line of code. So here we go. Function. We're going to call this letter pair string. Oh, in fact, I'm going to call this array. Sorry. Of string type. And we're going to return character string type. Okay. For a key value dictionary. And believe it or not, we can solve this in one line of code. We can return a dictionary, use its beautiful grouping method, pass in the array, get the array string first element, and that's what we're going to make to be our keys. Then we're going to use compact map, formerly known as flat map, previously now deprecated. Compact map our values. Sorry, to be first. Okay. And then we return that. So believe it or not, in this one line of code, I'll put extra parentheses. So believe it or not, in this one line of code, this solves the entire problem. We're going to do some test cases right now. Okay, so letter pair. I'm going to put that right here, and that solves our problem. Okay. Let's print it too, so we can see what we're talking about. So you guys can see below. Yep, solves our problem. Okay. And if we stuff this huge, gigantic array in here, this also solves our problem. Okay. Yep. Key value pairs. And what happens is the reason why we have the compact map. The reason why I mentioned compact map explicitly, flat mapping explicitly, is that flat mapping takes away the array hierarchy if an element is in an array and flattens it. That's why it's called flat map. Okay, hence the name. So we have to flat map it in order to get the array, because what happens is with grouping and with the way we pass this array in, the value of the dictionaries are of the of the dictionary of the array is passed in as an array of strings. So right here, you'll see if we print this, you'll see the value as an array type of strings. Okay, so you see N is Nathan and Z is X. So compact map collapses the array hierarchy, and it just gives us the value. Okay, and we get the first value out of the array because there's only one value inside of here, and there's no other value. So that's how we do it. Okay, and if we want to, well, okay. So, and if you really want to test the time efficiency, at least time wise, right, of this, we can really quickly get the current time, and then right before we return this value, return this function, we can just print out the current time minus start. So this gives us the entire time it takes to do this entire problem right before it returns. Okay, and we see with our time case, it doesn't take that long, 0.02 seconds. Okay, so this could be a good argument you could have to argue your case of the efficiency of this, because it's a beautiful one line of code. Even though it's mapping and grouping in the same problem, it doesn't take that long. There's only a maximum of 26 elements that could possibly be in this array because we only have unique letters to deal with. There's only 26 letters in the English alphabet. That this could be a very useful and efficient solution to this, because we're not dealing with large dictionaries. Okay, and if you really want to impress your interviewer, if you really want to be fancy and you really want to be a bit smug with your interviewer, you could argue that this huge, humongous array that we have here of names is unordered. So why not just put it in alphabetical order? And we could do that very simply by sorting it by elements, creating a closure and sorting it by its elements. And if you can, and if your interviewer allows it, you can convince them that you could pass in instead of just plain character string for key and value pairs of dictionary. Convince him or her that you could pass this in as a tuple value with the same character string value, string types. And if he or she accepts that, then you could pass this in and get the same results, but just in beautiful alphabetical order. In fact, let me print it, sorry, so you guys can see below. Yeah, this should work. Okay, beautiful. And just to be safe, because we always have to be safe, I want to make sure I emphasize that, is that we want to check to see if our array even has values. So if array is empty, it's not empty, continue with the function. If it is empty, return nil. And we create an optional up here just to take care of the nil. And that should work. Yep, cool, 20-33 times. And check time efficiency. So this obviously may be a bit a lot, but this one line of code is readability. So you can also argue readability versus sorting, which is an extra step in this problem because it's not calling for that, but it's also a pretty valid way to sort things and put things in alphabetical order. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you checking this out. Let me know if this problem helps you in your next interview. Let me know if you have any proposed solutions. And also leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks again, guys. Have a good night. Bye.